My barber is not a Christian. Who's coming in here? Okay, I think my daughter's just all right. Whatever. My barber is not a Christian, right? But that's my dog. Know him for a long time. Been cutting my hair through the pandemic. It's my boy. He asked me one day. Anytime I come in there, anytime I come to get my hair cut, he has like a question. So the question that he posed was, "What is our purpose? How do you know what your purpose is?" And this really connected to the provision and being and not being worried, because it's funny when he asked because I thought, or I'm sorry, that I was thinking through something where I'm like, yo, why is my purpose, why is it tied to like doing something? Why is it tied to, and especially in America, why is my purpose tied to capitalism? Why is my purpose, why are so many people trying to find their purpose in a job? Why are so many people trying to find their purpose in their creativity, in a thing that they do? Because what happens when you can't do that anymore? Do y'all remember when Jeremy Lin? I got some hoopers in. I got B plus and I got Kellis in here, so I got some hoopers in here. Do y'all remember when Jeremy Lin retired? Do you remember that press conference? He was like bawling his eyes out, and he was like, "Yo, I don't know anything else but basketball. What do I do with my life?" And for so many people, just to use athletes as an example, just got to make it to the league, make it to the league, make it to the league, make it to the league. You make it to the league, your career is however many seasons it is. Everybody ain't Kobe. Paul Pierce, you thought they loved you, thought you was Kobe, you thought you was Kobe? Everybody ain't Kobe, everybody ain't LeBron, everybody ain't Jordan, everybody ain't AI. Everybody doesn't have these like careers and they get to take their victory lap and all that. That doesn't happen. You in the league, and then you not. And it's like, well, dang, what do I do? Because my whole life has been working up to this point. And that's why I say, yo, we really selling ourselves short when it comes to like purpose. Like what, like doing is not a purpose. Doing is not a purpose. So I told him that, and I started talking to him about like how I find God in nature. And I said, you know what our purpose is? And like it just clicked in that moment. I said, yo, you know what our purpose is? Our purpose is to serve. Creation was created to serve. Take the tree, for example. The tree provides oxygen. I heard myself in the back. My wife was watching the stream. That's funny. The tree provides oxygen. And that oxygen allows living organisms to breathe. That's service. That is serving. The tree's purpose is to serve. How it serves is it does exactly what it's created to do. That's crazy. So when you look at everything, my shoes, the purpose of sneakers is to support your foot. They fire, and I got Jordans and Yeezys and New Balance, all this. I got all these sneakers, yeah. But ultimately, the purpose of a shoe is to support your foot. That is a service. Shoes also help you look fly. That's a service too, because I do believe that getting off fits is good for your mental health. Everything in this world was created to serve. This hat covers my head, so if it rains, my hair doesn't get wet. It also keeps me looking crazy, keeps me from looking crazy because I need a haircut. So when I look back on the ecosystem of that ocean in Hawaii, when I look at those trees, when I look at the sun, when I look at everything in the world, it's literally one big universe, and its sole function is to serve. So when you are looking for purpose, the question that you ask yourself is, where do I provide value? No, I'm sorry. The first question that you ask is, how do I provide value? It is through my creativity. It is through my voice and my platform. It is through being present for my community. That's service, but it's how you do it, because those things will change. I don't really rap like I used to, right? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all been around a long time. Like, bro, I used to put out songs all the time. If I thought that rapping was my purpose, like I thought I did, and I just like didn't rap anymore, I would have a crisis of self. Oh shoot, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? What is my purpose? Because I'm not rapping anymore, and I thought that rapping was my purpose. No. Rapping was merely the medium that I used to serve. Was it self-serving at times? Absolutely. Self-serving like crazy. I got opportunities because I rapped. I got women because I rapped. I made money because I rapped. I was able to manipulate and position myself in certain ways, in certain spaces, simply because I rapped. But I always tell people that open doors, open doors. Please like this video. Open doors, y'all. So the fact that I rapped was because I connected to hip hop culture that introduced me to the art of rapping, of emceeing. But really, what is emceeing? Microphone controller, move the crowd. It is communication. It is language. When you listen to music, when you listen to artists, they provide a mood, they identify things and feelings and all this stuff that in a way you either did not know or you did know, and they're affirming that thing that you identified. And so rapping taught me how to talk. Rapping taught me how to write. Rapping taught me how to communicate. Rapping taught me how to manipulate. Right? But now I can get on live every Wednesday. Rapping created a community for me. Most of y'all know me from rapping. But now, this is the way that I enjoy communicating. I don't know if I'd be able to do this as well if I didn't spend so much time rapping. Right? Crazy. So ultimately, the Lord just, how do I want to word this? Maybe I'll do this. Hold on. All right, church culture can sometimes create spiritual depression and spiritual anxiety with all that what's your purpose talk. They tell you if you don't know it, you're wasting your talents. 100%. 100%. Because people are merely, you go to community to be seen. It's why things like hip hop bring people together, because it is under the commonality of the culture, of the style, of the language, of the attitude, right? Of the voice and what it speaks to. People are able to connect through that medium and that community. Church spaces, typically, generally in my experience, they are still very capitalistic in nature. And by capitalistic, I don't necessarily mean money driven, but like they put an emphasis on doing. So the minute you get into the space, they want you to serve. And typically churches want you to serve in the space that they create. And on one hand, there's nothing wrong with that. But on the other hand, you don't have to. Some people go to church to get fed, and their purpose is to go out. They're not supposed to be on the usher board. They're not supposed to be leading men's ministry. They're not supposed to be doing cleaning ministry. They're not supposed to be preaching. They're going to go in, get fed, get healed, and go out and leave. Because they can create way more disciples outside, because that's where they're supposed to be at. My old church, man, I was just telling my wife this the other day. We used to always get, I didn't tell my wife. I was telling my homegirl this the other day. We used to get fussed at for not being able to meet the budget every month. And we was, at the time, the building was in the hood, and our bills were low. Our total bills were like under $1,000 a month. So our pastor is like fussing at us every service because giving is down. So you got all these people who are single or married with kids trying to figure it out. And on top of that, we got to also like pour into this ministry and financially. And it's like, yo, you're also prophesying to these people, and you're telling them that they are called to build businesses and they are entrepreneurs, but they don't have any time to cultivate that entrepreneurial spirit because they're always in church. So if you allowed them to go build the businesses, you wouldn't have to complain about the bills not getting paid, because they would have more money to pour back into what you. Listen, bro. Listen. It's real out here. So ultimately, God gets the glory out of this just simply because God is God and God is going to do what God does, right? And me not being worried, it changed the tone of my faith. So then my prayers became more audacious. I'm like, yo, God, you see what I'm doing? I said this last week. You see what I'm doing? You see what I need, big dog? Like, help me out. You know what I need? I got this going on. I got this going on. I got this going on. I need you to help me with this, this, and this. And one thing that I would always say to my friends was like, yo, I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for much. And my wife was like, yo, what does it mean to ask God like for too much? And because he's God, right? He's limitless. And I go back to that scripture in Proverbs 30 where dude says, yo, give me exactly what I need. Don't give me too much to forget you, and don't don't not give to me to where I'm lacking and I curse your name. So I'm saying I'm not asking for too much means I'm asking for exactly what I need. I'm not asking for so much to where I forget you. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, said it very clear. Everybody's got a price. So there's something that you will get that will be too much for you. And you'll be like, you'll forget God because it's too much. But I want exactly what I'm supposed to get. And I know what I'm supposed to get. For many people, it's a lot. For me and my experience in life, it's a lot. But you know what? I'm supposed to have it. And it's not going to overwhelm me because it's not that much. A lot is relative. A lot compared to my experience is a lot. But a lot compared to what I need and what I want to do and what some of my goals are. And when I produce those goals and as I'm seeking out those goals, that is worship, that's not too much. So what's up, God? What we doing?